Hey there guys, it's Tom, welcome back to a brand new video, and this is part number 15 of my F1 2015 career mode. But as you can see, we've got a black screen, and the reason for that is because first of all I want to explain what happened. And as Sochi, it never happened to me all season, but this is the first time where the footage actually corrupted a bit. I was having some issues, some really bad screen freezes, and it really did affect the gameplay a bit. And as a result of that, qualifying actually corrupted, and none of the qualifying footage I can't provide any of the qualifying footage for you guys. I did manage to recover it for the race, but even during the race it still stutters in places. But basically, long story short, in qualifying, what happened was I was on my lap as per usual, about a couple of minutes to go on my one and only flying lap, and down the back straight at Sochi, breaking into the really heavy braking zone, I locked up on the curb, and then all of a sudden I got a screen freeze, and it was about 15 seconds long, and then when it resumed I was in the wall, and I had no front wing, so there was nothing I could do there personally. And I'm going to have to start from the back here in Sochi in the race, so we're going to see how we get on. And yeah guys, that's basically it. So the next thing you're going to see now is me in the race, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so here we are then in the race, and we're going to gear up to 5 red lights for the Russian Grand Prix, and we are underway here, and we're actually going to get an okay start, bit of wheel spin but not too bad. And we're just going to try and make our way into turn 1 and then turn 2, which is the main braking zone, as turn 1 is basically flat. And we've got the two manners up ahead, we're going to pass them first, nice and easy here. We're just going to try and go up the inside. It's quite overcast here in Sochi, so it might rain, who knows. But here we go, up the inside of 3 cars at the minute, we're just banging wheels with a Lotus there. But we are going to make the move up through turns 1 and 2, and now we're going to go around the outside of Grosjean at turn 3 and try and get ourselves up into 15th place. Yes, we do. Grosjean backs out there, and now we're going to go up the inside of Sainz at turn number 4 here, and we're going to make the move up into 14th. So a pretty good start so far, 6 positions already from the start, so not too bad. And now we're going to go up the inside of Max Verstappen there, really late dive bomb and just pulling out the way right at the last second there, so a really good risky move there, but definitely paid off. And I'm to 13th now, and we're still overtaking some more traffic as now we're on the back of Nico Hulkenberg, and we're going to see if we can try and line up for a move, try and dial it up the inside of this left-hander here. Hulkenberg runs a bit wide, which leaves us the space to go up his inside and make a really nice simple move actually. So really good overtake there from us, and we just kind of forced the issue a bit, and Hulkenberg just left the door open for us. Here we are now, and we're behind Sergio Perez. As you can see, we're in the slipstream down the back straight, and this is exactly what I was mentioning before. This is where I had the screen freeze into the braking zone now, into this corner here, and there was literally nothing I could do, so I had to start from the back. And now we're going to see if we can try and start that Perez move. We're going to go nice and wide here to try and get a nice cut back on him and try and go up the inside of the next corner here. As you can see, we're side by side, and we're going to brake nice and late, put it up the inside of the chicane, and Perez sensibly backs out, and we're up into 11th place. So far so good here on this first lap, as we get a bit of a tank slapper there. And now we're going to try and hunt down Felipe Nasr, who's ahead of us in the Sauber, and if we pass him then we'll be in the points already. So really good start to the race so far, and we're only 1 lap basically drops into the race, so really good stuff from us so far. And here we are then in the slipstream of the Sauber as we go down the straight, go through turn 1 completely flat, and we're going to see if we can try and line him up for an overtake up the inside of turn 2 here, as we're restarting again on him in the slipstream, hitting the limiter here, but we're going to pull to the inside. No, we're not. We're going to stay behind him for the time being as we go through turns 2 and 3, and we're going to see if we can try and go around the outside of turn 3. The AR do go really slow here, so we're going to try and hang it around the outside, keep it completely flat, keep the throttle pedal buried into the ground, and we make the move around the outside of Nasr. So a really nice overtake. We run a bit wide there, but we make the move stick nonetheless, and they're up into P10, so we're into the points here. And now we're behind Danny Kvyat, and we're going down the back straight here, and because of the Renault engine, and we've got a Ferrari engine, we're going to just outpower the Red Bull completely down the straight, and there's not even DRS enabled yet, so we just fly past the Russian here who's in his home Grand Prix, and we almost hit the back of Maldonado there. So really close action, and almost losing our front wing there against Maldonado, because he broke actually quite early and quite a lot, and it caught me way off, so had to take evasive action there on the Venezuelan driver, and we're back down to 11th place, so we're going to have to re-overtake Nasr and Kvyat, so not good for us here at the Russian Grand Prix so far. But I'm sure we can overtake Nasr here as we go into the penultimate corner. We're actually going to get a really good run, which is going to let us to go up the inside of Nasr at the final corner, and we're also going to get DRS for double measure, so we get back into P10 and we get DRS, so nice overtake there from us. And later on now on lap 3, as you can see, we're behind Danny Kvyat going down the back straight, and we've got DRS once again, and we're going to pull to the outside just like last lap, and we're going to make the move nice and easy for us, and we're going to pass him there for P9, and we're going to see if we can try and overtake Maldonado this time and not hit the back of him And so far so good, as we're actually going to get a really nice wide line to try and get the switchback on Maldonado there. Kvyat has a look up our inside, but he doesn't go for it. He decides to back out the move, and we're on the back of Maldonado. Once again, we're going to try and get the nice wide line to get a nice switchback on him here as we go and get a really nice exit. We tuck the back of him a bit, but we're going to go alongside him nonetheless into the penultimate corner. Can we outbrake him? Yes, we do. We got the inside, and it's a simple move. Are we also going to overtake Ericsson? No, we're not. Ericsson actually braking quite late for the final corner here, so we are going to have to overtake him down the straight, which should be still easy pickings, because as you can see, we're right on his gearbox and DRS has not even been enabled yet. As we pull to the outside of turn 1, open up the rear flap, and we're going to try and out-drag the Sauber with the same Ferrari engine as us, and we do manage to pass him, and we pass him there for 7th place, as I believe we get a couple of screen freezes here due to the recording not really working. Like I said, a couple of screen freezes here in this race, which wasn't good for us, but here we are now, and we're behind Daniel Ricciardo, who's in 6th place on lap number 5. And we're actually going to do the same move as Verstappen on the first lap and dive it up the inside here of this corner. Not as dramatically as Verstappen, but still very nice and clean, tidy move nonetheless. And we're up into P6, so good overtake there from us as the clouds are not really vanishing here at Sochi. And now, as I say, now lap 6, as you can see, it's starting to clear a little bit. It's still a bit dark on the right-hand side, but it's definitely starting to clear up a little bit here. And we've now got DRS on Massa. We do go for a dive bomb up the inside of turn number 1, and it's a really good move from us there. And we take a 5th place from Massa, and that's a brilliant last minute dive bomb there on Felipe Massa. So really good stuff there. And now we're behind our teammate. We're going to try and go up the inside of Vettel here at turn number 4, but we're going to think better of it. But we actually got a really sweet run there on Sebastian, so quite an interesting one there. And we're going to see if we can try and get him elsewhere on the track, as we're now right on his gearbox here on the exit of that corner. We're actually going to try and go to the inside, then we go to the outside, so all over the back of our teammate here. We're going to get a switch back on him through this corner, get a really good run out on the exit, and we're actually going to go side by side. And can we hang it around the outside of Vettel here? Yes, we do. We hold it around the outside of our teammate, and it's a really good move there. And we're up into P4 already on lap number 6, and our pace this race has been absolutely insane. And we're now going to have DRS on Valtteri Bottas now as we go down the straight. And as you can see, we've got DRS, and we've opened up the rear flap, and we're already starting to gain on Bottas, and we're reeling them in really quickly. We're going to pull to the inside here, which will become the outside for the braking zone. We're going to brake actually a bit too early there, but we're still going to hold it around the outside of Bottas here. We're going to run really wide. We have contact, and we lose our front wing. So Bottas actually we tapped tyres. I don't think anyone's to blame there. I was on the outside being squeezed, but we tapped. I think it was my front right and Bottas' left rear. We tap, and we're going to the wall. So we're going to have to come in for an early pit stop here at Sochi, but it is a one stop, so we might be able to drag the prime to the end. It's going to be a bit of a stretch because we are pitting quite early, but we are going to give it a crack anyway. And here we are coming into the pit lane here for our pit stop, and going to be expecting a normal pit stop from the Ferrari boys here. Obviously a front wing change is going to be included in this one, so it'll be around about 7-second mark, I presume. And here we are into our pit box, and the Ferrari crew get to work giving us a new front wing actually, like I said, because of that contact. And it's going to be a 7.3 pit stop, so not too bad. I've had 8.3, 7.7 before, so that's actually quite a fast pit stop there with a front wing change, so not too bad. We are down to 19th for the time being as Stevens passes us, so we're way down the order, but we're not going to let that put us off. We've still got 20 laps to go in this race, so we are going to try and put on a show here for the Russian fans and make this race somewhat entertaining for all of us. So here we are then skipping later on, and as you can see, we're going to pass Will Stevens here up the inside of the penultimate corner, nice and easily there. He doesn't defend, and we make the move nice and easily up into P18, and skipping later on now, and as you can see, we're on the back of Fernando Alonso, so the AI still haven't pit because it's a one-stop race. We're going to dive it up the inside of turn 4 from miles back on Alonso, but we are going to make the move stick, and it's a nice overtake there from us into P17. And like I said, the AI still haven't pit, so it'll be interesting to see when they come into the pits, but so far it's playing to my hands because I'm getting a really nice undercut with these fresh tyres. So it's essentially just an early pit stop basically, so we're trying to make our way through the traffic, and as you can see, we've got a bit of freezing going on here. I can't tell if this is Vegas on my recording, but we have got a lot of freezing going on. We passed Jenson Button just there, and now we're on the back of Romain Grosjean here as we go through this right-hander kicking out onto the back straight, and we're actually going to get a really nice run in because he's on them really worn options, and we're going to open up DRS and outpower Grosjean here down this straight, nice and easy there. And really easily down the straight, as we're now going to try and line up Verstappen to maybe go up the inside possibly here. We're going to brake really late down to 3rd gear up the inside, and it's a really nice move up into P14 there from really far back. So really definitely, I was quite pleased with that move when I did it at the time. As now we're going to try and dial up the inside of Sainz here. We lock up the left front a treat, but we still make the move, and we're up into P13. So we overtake both Toro Rossos there in the space of a couple of corners. And now on the end of lap 11, as you can see, we're going to start lap 12. AR still going really slow as we go clean around the outside of Perez there at the penultimate corner. For some reason going really slow, and as we start lap number 12 now, we're going to have the DRS on Hulkenberg and that Sauber ahead of them, I believe. So a couple more overtakes maybe coming very soon, as Our pace isn't too bad considering we're going through all this traffic as we get DRS now as we approach turn number 1. And we're going to see what happens here as we're actually getting on Hulkenberg. We're getting a lot in the braking zone here. And can we make a move? No, we can't. But we are going to get right in his gearbox. And now we're going to go around the outside of turn 3 once again here as we actually get a really sweet run. We're going to get loads of speed through the corner on the fresh tyres. Whereas the AR on the old ones, we're also going to overtake Marcus Ericsson as we got the inside of him here at turn 4. And it's a brilliant double overtake there. So really good overtaking there from us. And as you can see, the fresh tyres really are starting to pay dividends for us. And you can see the benefits as we tap the back of Maldonado here, who almost puts us into the wall. Not sure what happened there as Maldonado also almost takes out Ericsson. Hulkenberg coming back at us as we got the inside of Ericsson, and it's all kicking off here halfway through the lap. But Maldonado all over the place at the minute and definitely causing a bit of a train and a bit of a stack up here. So we tap the back of him, lose the rear end of the tree, but we catch it mid corner, and we're just going to have to try and dispatch Maldonado before he causes any more problems as we get a really nice run through that corner. We're going to go into the back straight, open up the DRS and make short work of Maldonado now. And I think we've had enough action there with Maldonado because he's definitely trying to cause some form of crash here. And we don't want to be involved in none of that. As you can see, AR in the pits now on the end of lap number 12, which is going to promote us higher up in the positions, and we're going to see where we join, presumably in and around P5 or P6. We're going to see what happens. I think there's Ricciardo exiting the pits, and I think another car there, that's also Williams, so that's Massa there exiting the pits. So we're going to go up to P6 for the time being. So getting a couple of places from that undercut, and not too bad considering we lost the front wing. We didn't lose too much time, and we're now in the back of Kvyat on the lap number 13, and we're going to go up the inside of this left-hander here, and it's a really nice move, actually getting a really nice run on Kvyat through the corner prior to that one, and promoting ourselves up into P15. And later on in the race, as you see, we've passed Bottas, so Bottas actually came into the pits, and we're now on the back of Vettel for P3 as we've got DRS down the back straight. And can we make a move onto our teammate into this braking zone there? We're going to go around the outside, which will become the inside, and we're going to try and bring nice and late up the inside. We're going to squeeze out Vettel there, and we're going to go up into P3, so it's a nice overtake, and we're up into P3 already into the podium positions on lap 14 and recovering quite nicely. However, I did say I was going to take these tyres to the end, but the tyre was too high and I just couldn't make it, so we decided to pit in on lap 20, or pretty much lap 21, and we're going to go for a short but quick dash on these options. So I'm just going to give it all we got on these tyres up until the end of the race, and we're going to see how many more positions we can gain. But it's going to be highly unlikely to win the race and maybe even get second place, so the only realistic overtake may and will be just Sebastian Vettel. So here we are, exiting the pits and not actually getting a second gear glitch, which is quite nice, and that is going to actually make us stay ahead of Bottas, who is just behind us there. So really nice. We rejoin at 4th, so we only lose basically one position, and we're actually going to regain that position now. Lap 23, as you can see, we're behind Vettel, right in his gearbox with the DRS wide open. We go past him there, breeze past him nice and easily, doesn't even put up a fight, and we're going to make the move up into P3. And we're now going to see if we can try and hunt down Hamilton. He's 11 seconds up the road, so it's going to be a bit of a stretch. But now, as you see, skipping on to the last lap of the race, we did catch Hamilton up, but we just run out of corners. As you can see, we're on his gearbox. We're going to try and get a switchback, but it's no use as Hamilton comes down for second, and we lose the rear end across the line and lose our front wing. So P3, a very solid result considering all the mayhem that happened and just the corruptions and the screen freezes. So P3, solid result for us here.
Top drive from Nico Rosberg today. The German finished on the top step of the podium with a comprehensive performance.
Ultimately, it's all about whoever reaches the checker flag first, and today was his day.
Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
And yeah, so there we have it. As you can see, we get 15 points this race, so not too bad from us. Nico Rosberg actually wins the race, and Lewis Hamilton there, who finished just ahead of us in second, and teammate Vettel down in 4th. So overall, standard, same top 4. And as you can see in the drivers here, we are now 10 points clear of Lewis Hamilton. So Lewis Hamilton is not giving up, and Vettel and Rosberg are still 3rd and 4th, but Rosberg's reduced the gap a bit to 43 points. So top 4 car by 43 points, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of races, because the championship is still well and truly on between that top 4. And in the constructors, as you can see, Mercedes are now 28 points behind, so they are reeling us in once again after that 1-2 finish. So not good for us in the championship, but nevertheless, guys, Hopefully you enjoyed this episode in that round number 15 of the championship on the F1 2015 career mode. If you're new around here, then please subscribe, like the video, and if you also follow me on Twitter for updates, and I'll see you guys next time, which will be at Kota. So from me, goodbye.